Oh, dude, ew! Ew! So we got, looks like gonna be like a grilled cheese hot dog sandwich kind of thing. And then now he's got eggs, so hot dog and cheese omelet with tomatoes and more cheese. This is an abomination. Would I ever make or eat this? Absolutely not. I cannot stand how disgustingly soggy this bread is going to end up being. And it looks like his heat was a little bit high and he kind of burnt it a little bit. Cut it in half. Yep, that's pretty much it. Melted cheese, hot dogs, tomatoes, whatever. This one is trying out the trending TikTok salad. See how awkward she is with that knife handling? And she's like so much chopping. Cooks and chefs will actually have to literally cut cases of cucumber or squash or whatever. So for me looking at this, I'm like, this is like a really small amount. I would be grateful to have to only cut this much cucumber. So, okay, so she's got lemon juice, wine, she had a bunch of herbs, garlic, shallots, walnuts, spinach, basil, nutritional yeast, avocados. So far, so good. This actually looks like something I would make. This looks like something I would make or eat. I might throw in a little bit of extra kale and a little bit of extra stuff here and there. But this is essentially what she made. Was you had the vegetables and then she basically made a form of guacamole. Like, it's only missing a couple things like tomatoes and stuff. So that one's not too bad. She said the dressing was thicker, but I would actually like this. I might even do like a pasta salad version. Green Goddess salad success. Okay, cutting a slit in a tortilla. I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be turned into some type of pocket. And chocolate sauce, Nutella. Okay, so there's no instructions being written down here. So we don't know if it's that Nutella, chocolate sauce, peanut butter chocolate mixture, whatever. I'm assuming it's Nutella and peanut butter. Okay, it's a fruit wrap. Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. So I've actually seen this in some recipe books before, and people think that they're really original by putting these in here. But this is just another way to do it. You actually fold these over like this, and you can turn them into almost like a type of panini or whatever. It's actually a really common thing. I don't like sweet stuff in my tortillas, but that's just me. Okay, this one's going to be a turkey wrap. Now this is something I would actually do. I'd probably switch it looks like spinach arugula mixture. I'd probably switch that out for something else, but otherwise, yeah, that looks like something I would make for lunch. Sometimes it's harder to find the wraps that are the big size. If you're getting, your first mistake would be getting the 12-inch wraps, the 12-inch tortillas. You want to get the wrap size. The wrap size are much bigger, they're much easier to do this kind of stuff with. And that's actually what they use in most restaurants. When you get those huge ass burritos, it's because they use those massive wraps that are like that big. And they're a little more on the expensive side, but whatever. Next up, we have cooking vibes, throwing in the ramen. And he's cooking something. So something that I'm noticing is a theme with some of these TikTok videos is there are no written instructions anywhere. So is this pork or chicken? What was this seasoned with? How long do you cook it for? You have to hold people's hands when you're showing them a recipe because visually you don't know what any of this stuff is. What kind of oil did he use? How long is he cooking it for? What's the weight of this? So that's another thing. Cooking green onions. So you can actually tell if you go back here. Okay. See those scallions? Those are an indication that his knife is extremely dull. And you can even see the marks where he was cutting this up at. Cutting up the broccoli. So he's making a stir fry basically. Oh, he's making like kind of a leveling up your ramen kind of thing. Oh, it's this guy. So I can't take this one too seriously because I can get past the eat. I don't want to see him eat. I don't know if you've seen Andy's Life 24/7 before, but he does a lot of random shit that goes viral. He does shit like taking an entire block of cheddar cheese and battering and frying it and doing like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and pizza and like Chick-fil-A and like the most random shit that you can think of. And it's just, honestly, it's kind of funny to watch because it's stuff that we would do on the cook line behind closed doors. Nothing we would serve, but be like, dude, tomorrow I'm going to bring in my cake and we're going to batter and fry my cake in the fryer, and we're going to see how it turns out. We do stuff like that. Not at my current job, but at jobs at cook lines I've worked at in the past, we've definitely done that. So it's actually funny to see somebody going viral doing this kind of stuff. Now, I will say the only thing is this part right here. Most people, you could use a hard-boiled egg with that. He actually did a good job with the broccoli. My only criticism is that is the green onions. It actually looks like something that I might eat, and I just wish that he would explain what the seasoning is right here. All right, let's check out the next one. So this is from Josh and Lisa. What the fuck is she doing?
And it sucks it up.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Oh, dude, ew! 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 Look at that! She's using... That is on somebody's fucking skin. Do you know how many germs are on people's skin? Okay, sorry, we'll let this play out. Why is she doing this?
So cool to see it suck up.
She's just fucking around. That's what she's doing.
Suck up.
So she's indicating that it's like...
Into the crusher?
I don't think she understands. She just wants it to look cool. Yeah, see? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Do not copy this. Please, for the love of God, do not copy
Look
this.
at those.
That looks so fucking ridiculous. The thing is I'm guessing what she's trying to do, she's trying to keep the chicken moist and tender, would be my assumption here. But this is not going to do this. What's going to do that is not overcooking the chicken. So you don't need to go, you know what, hold on, let's go see how much what do you even call those things? Suction cup spa. Okay, cupping therapy set, $20. Yeah, you do not need to go spend $20, but hers was like a professional. So let's type in professional suction cup spa things. So her setup is probably something like this one. These cups look like they're the exact same cups. That's probably like $150 to $200 piece of equipment that she's got. She does not know what she is doing. Now, the only thing this is going to do, as this cooks, she's going to have to eventually either flip this over and bake it or something. So those eggs are going to get overcooked. And the chicken is not going to be any better off than it was, right? It's going to be the same shit. So all she's doing is fucking around and then making some excuses. That's what's going on right now. Let's go to the next one. Pasta skewers. Brushing this with some kind of marinara and pasta on sticks. Okay, so again, the common theme that I've seen with this is that they don't explain what any of this is. This is some kind of sauce, I'm assuming. Pizza sauce, more than likely. It's more than likely canned pizza sauce. And then this is more than likely a pizza blend cheese or a marinara. She's putting little bits of hot dogs on there and olives, but I think that this would actually be much more tasty. So one of the issues she's going to be running into is that this could dry out really easy. And one way around that is to use the sauce and the cheese and stuff. So if you were going to copy this, what you want to do is make sure that this is really well covered. So you can see up by her finger, then there's like the tomato, and then there's like those kind of that dry. Those corners of that are going to dry out really quick. So a few things, make sure everything is covered really well. You don't need to stagger them like this. You can actually just line them all up. And you can actually make them cool because then when you go to pick them up, you can actually have the cheese spread out on all of them. So you almost get that pizza slice kind of vibe from it when you pick it up, and the cheese kind of, it does that like, and you could use like pepperoni and like other cool things with that. I generally like the concept, but I feel like the execution could have been done a little bit better. So running through this one more time. Yeah, I mean, it's doable. Now, and then the other thing that she didn't tell you to do is that you usually want to soak your skewers because you could run into a situation where you have your skewers get messed up or burnt or whatever. All right, fried spaghetti. So this is Andy's Life 24/7. This is what I was talking about. This is the same kind of shit. So did you see it break? Did you see it break right there? Right. Snap. There is no way that he made this to be serious. If I were to sit there and be like, oh my god, this is the thing. He's just fucking around. Now, is there a way to make fried spaghetti? It looks cool. What you could probably do is you could cook the noodles ahead of time, right? And then freeze them and like form them out into something that's more of like a disc shape. Then you could take those frozen discs of pasta and bread those and batter them like he did here, like a beer batter or whatever. Fry them up and then put the sauce on top of them and then eat them like a spaghetti donut. I bet that would actually be really good. Let me know and let me know down below if you want me to try that. You want me to try doing like a good version of this so you're not eating snappy spaghetti gross thing. But yeah, follow this guy. He's fucking hilarious. Like 2/3 of the recipes are not gonna do, but it's just fun to watch. Like, okay, life hack. Why did I not know about this until now? Okay, what is gonna be here? Let's let the suspense build. So my guess, you have a pot. The pot is frothing because there is starch that's coming out of the pasta. More than likely, this is either going to be a spoon or picking up the pot or using some kind of thing like using a whip or using some type of device or something. Something is going to happen that's going to make those bubbles go away. So let's watch. Yeah. What was it? Yep, it's bubbling's going down. Totally working. She's got like ramen or whatever in there. What is it? Ice cube. She put an ice cube. So, yeah. Why do you think that works? Why do you think that hack works? The hack works because it makes it colder. The reason why this is frothing, the reason why this is even frothing in the first place is because the heat is up too high. So you don't have to throw an ice cube in this in the first place if you just use a lower heat setting. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do any weird stuff to it. Put it on a low simmer, get it up to boiling, bring it down to a lower simmer, and put your pasta or whatever in there. And instead of cooking it for 7.5 to 8 minutes, maybe you cook it for 10 to 12 minutes, and it's at a lower heat setting. You could do that without having to do this at all, and you don't have to worry about even watching it. So let me know if that life hack works. All right, expectation, reality. So basically trying to use a drill for everything. So it's just some goofy thing. So yeah, expectation, reality. So what he did here, let's go through some of these. This one here, this first one, I mean, the fact of the matter is that you can tell, like, you see the fan and you see where it is and it's like well lit and it's a set and all that. So it doesn't really show them doing anything else to the watermelon. So you're basically just making a watermelon smoothie. And like, I guess if you can get it to work correctly, more than likely this second one is exactly what's actually going to happen. And they used the wrong kind of watermelon, so it looks like shit. They probably did that on purpose. Using a spoon as a drill to do this is just unnecessary. There's no reason. There is nothing about doing this first one. There's nothing about doing that is going to be beneficial in any way, shape, or form. And then this guy's you can obviously see something really bad's going to happen. So that was obviously done on purpose, just for being funny. Now, this guy, this is actually a tactic. This is actually something that we've done before with desserts. And then you turn the bowl over and you you fill it with like ice cream or whatever. And it's awesome. This one, on the other hand, this deal, if you look really carefully, what he did was he cooked the living shit out of the chocolate. It burnt and started to seize. And that's why if he had cooked this properly, then it would have worked. But this is why I complain about there not being any instructions on the TikTok videos. It just shows it happening and doesn't explain what to do, how to do it, how long to let it cool. And so they're like, I'll throw a bunch of butterscotch chips into the thing and turn the heat on and it'll be great. And it turns into this mess because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You got to explain this stuff. Now here, I mean, it looks super cute. I want to try and do that. It looks like omelets, fluffy omelet egg. Yeah. So that is, this is what people don't know is like, you got to start somewhere. So the first time that he tries doing this, it's going to look like that. It's going to look disgusting. But if you keep trying, eventually you'll get it. So just stick with it, you know? What that does demonstrate is that's what happens when people who have never done something before try to do things. If you can't do marshmallows, you probably shouldn't be cooking. Like, the fact that he could have just blown that out and it would have been fine. Like, whatever. All right, next one. We have a tortilla with some type of sauce because they aren't explaining what it is. And a burger, bacon, caramelized onions or sauteed onions. We have corn chips, another smaller tortilla, and then it's being wrapped. I don't know if you remember seeing those Taco Bell breakfast like sandwich wraps. That's essentially what this is. What people think when I say I eat healthy. Plain ass, and you know what? This is totally, before we get to it, this is totally 100% true. I try to eat healthy as well. I try to eat a little bit better. What I actually eat, let's see what he actually eats. Pizza. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look how good that is. Oh my god. You do not have to eat like shit in order to lose weight. You can eat everything that you like. You might just have to modify it. Maybe it's 85 to 90% as good as something that you had before, you know? But like, look at that. That is super healthy. That is like some kind of sauteed pork or something with like a fried rice and some veggies and stuff. And it looks amazing. And, you know, then we have all recipes in my cookbook. So this is cornflakes, some kind of cornflake thing with dipping sauce. And then we have, so you got like whole grain bread with, it's almost like a type of strawberry shortcake, but whole grain bread, and it's probably a lower calorie type of thing that he used for the strawberries instead of being traditional whipped cream with a bunch of sugar and stuff on it. You don't need to eat like this. You can eat like this. Just keep that in mind. That's something that I think more people would feel better about having a positive lifestyle if they were able to understand the concepts of eating well but not being bored, you know, and then crashing off their diet and falling off the wagon and then like stuffing their face with everything they could find. All right, next up. 5 foods I ate every day to eat 50 pounds. White stuff. What's the white stuff? Pasta, grapes. Oh shit, way too fast. I'm actually really glad I'm doing a screen recording. Okay, so whispering, you know, shush, it's a secret. Okay, pasta, grapes, red potatoes, avocados, entire chickens. So those are definitely 5 foods, but here's the thing, avocados are actually kind of fattening. Pasta can be really high calorie dense. So she's saying that every single day she ate these 5 things, and that's how she lost weight. You know how she lost weight? She lost weight by being in a fucking calorie deficit. She ate less calories than she was putting out, putting her in a calorie deficit. It also doesn't say how long it took to lose the 50 pounds. It doesn't say how long it took her to lose it. If she lost it in the entire year, that'd be about a pound a week. Be about a 500 calorie deficit. So you don't need to eat these 5 foods. You just need to be in a 500 calorie deficit. So nothing wrong with the foods that she ate, but I feel like it's a little misleading. You know, like if you eat these foods, you can eat as much as you want and not. That's like a common thread that I've seen quite a bit, actually, is people are like,
oh, if you eat vegan, then you can eat whatever you want, and it doesn't matter, and you can just eat anything.
it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Let me know in the comments whether or not you liked any of them. If you follow any of the people that have several viral food videos or TikTok videos, do you want me to try out some TikTok hacks? Let me know. I'm totally open to suggestions for this kind of stuff. If you want to see more reaction videos, recipe videos, commentary, whatever, let me know down below. I always appreciate people that watch all the way to the end of the video and subscribe and share, especially with me being such a smaller YouTuber. Any subscriber I get, I'm super grateful of, and I want to show that by engaging with you in the comments, by answering your questions if they're food-based or anything else that you may want to know. If you're a line cook, a home chef, if you are just starting out in a kitchen and you need some help, I'm more than happy to answer anything.